doesn't look like juice, man.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's juice. Look.
What juice?
What juice is that though? That's Crest.
Where?
Meeting is now streaming live on Facebook. That's what it has told me.
Oh, live
Yeah.
on
Where?
Facebook.
They just told me that too.
Live on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Rose, can you see it on your Facebook on that other side?
No.
Yes.
Oh yes, I can.
Yes, I can
Now
see
I can
it.
see. Mm.
I can't see it on my side, but oh yeah, I can.
Yes. We are live.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone.
Hi,
Hello.
Rose.
Hi.
We are live. We are live.
Yeah.
Ah, you
It's
know
good
what?
to be here.
It's good to be here, right? Where am I? Where am I
Yeah.
supposed to look at myself?
Yeah.
Where am I supposed? Oh yeah, there. There. Right. Can you guys see yourself? While we wait for people.
Yeah, we can see
Yes,
ourselves.
I
Yes,
can see
I
myself.
can.
Yeah.
Great. Yes, a moment. Oh my God. I can't see. How many people have come? Wait for us. Waiting for people have come. Have we have people? Are people joining?
Yeah.
People joining? I can't see. Just look for. Who's that? I see that. Have you heard that? How many have you? Paulette, I see. Have people joining?
Yes, we have 8 people.
Yeah,
8 people. Hi,
yeah,
guys.
8 people.
10 people now.
There's somebody I can. 10 people.
We're
Hi.
10 now.
Hi, guys. Hi, wait. Thank you so much for joining. I don't know. There's somebody. There's a child talking. I don't know. Any of you? No, of course, none of you. All right. Should we start? Should we start, or do we wait for a while?
Wow. Yoko, I think.
I think, yeah. Thank you, Pauline. I
Yeah, I
can
think
see
we
you,
start.
Pauline. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for coming in. I think let's start off because we only have 1 hour. We need to finish this discussion, but at least by 9.
Yeah.
Today it's a Sunday. Guys are tired, right? Just a moment. Great. Paulette? Good, yeah. My name is Rosalind Keegan from Intentional Parenting in Nairobi. I'd like to welcome you, all of you, for this session. It's going to be a very hype and vibrant session. And I've been married for 24 years. I have 3 children, adults. I think my last one is almost a teen. I really would request you, all of you, to give your comments, write your comments. What are your challenges? And any other topic you'd like us to discuss. We want to touch in almost everything teen parenting. So I'd like to also ask panelists to introduce themselves. Judah, maybe you can start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So my name is Judah Ama, but some call me Judah Domino. That's my stage name. So I'm a poet and a missionary. Yes. Originally from Ghana.
Wow. Karibu sana, Judah. Thank you. Yeah.
Asante.
Next.
All right. Happy Father's Day, first of all, to everybody who's watching. Happy Father's Day to your fathers. And if you're a father, happy Father's Day. My name is Kelvin Zuze. I go by the name of Kingdom Child. That's my rap name. I'm a rapper from Malawi. Currently living in Kenya. Yeah, pretty much that's that.
Karibu sana. So we have Ghana, a person from Ghana, and I'm from Malawi. You're welcome. And now, correct. I'm hearing some noise. Paulette? Paulette? Paulette?
I think she has freezed.
Yeah, Paulette
Internet.
Internet, Paulette has frozen. She's come back. So while Paulette is coming back, I think let us dive in. Oh, there she is. She's coming back. Let's give her time. Let her come back while we're waiting for other people to join us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paulette, let's give her time. Oh. All right, Paulette.
As we wait for Paulette, what did you do for Father's Day?
What did I do for Father's Day?
Yes.
Me? Judah. Oh, it's B.
Yeah, you.
I think went to church. I mean, went to church. Online church, yeah. And I think we took our husband out for lunch. My husband out for lunch with the children. So it's really nothing really much, yeah.
Awesome. Oh, Paulette is back now.
And Ariel, are you watching something?
Yes, I'm sorry. Our lights just decided today is the day. I'm really, really sorry.
Sorry.
They've just come back. They've gone for 1 second.
Hi, Paulette, you're back.
Yeah. It's all right. Hi, yes, I am. I hope these lights don't go again. So yes. Oh, I'm supposed to introduce myself, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
My name is Paulette Wairimu. I do not have a nickname. I am about to get one. Hopefully God will provide one since everyone else has an AKA. But yes, I am a teacher. I love teaching children. Yes, I teach. That's what I love doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's nice. Thank you very much. Yes. So let us start off our discussion. Yeah, let us start off our discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. As our poster was said, that as parents, me included, we are present but clueless. That is harsh. That's pretty harsh. But as a parent, I tend to believe, a parent of teenagers, I tend to believe we have got no idea what these children are up to. We've seen a lot. This whole week, my phone and my social media handles have been flooded with things that our teenagers are doing, our young adults are doing. We've seen teen pregnancy that was in the rise. Whether the figures are wrong or right, it's still true, they're on the rise. Yeah. There's a video that was showing a house party. There's one that came up showing young boys as young as 15 stealing. We've seen music videos that are not and have very vulgar language. My question is, and I keep on asking, is are we going to blame the lockdown? Is the lockdown making our children teenagers doing all this? Is this the society? Is it do we blame the teachers, the society, the leaders? What exactly is in the what exactly is in the mind of an adolescent? That's a question I think almost all parents who were online asking, what exactly is happening? So maybe I'll start off with Zuze.
Yeah.
What exactly is happening? Yeah, tell us.
Well, when you ask what exactly is in the adolescent's mind is, for me, I take it from an angle of what exactly is out there. So, because what they see is what they, garbage in, garbage out. What they have in their mind is what they see. So I feel like there's a lot of lust portrayed. We're living in an over-sexualized world where everything is sexualized. So there's a lot of lust.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
But you know, what I'm thinking is not all teenagers, not all adolescents are bad. So as you're saying, there's a lot of lust and there's a lot, sexualized. So where is the area that what is happening? How can we bridge that gap? Yeah. So what are they seeing?
The content, as you're saying, the content that is out there, music, movies, I don't know, pretty much everything. Instagram, social media, everywhere you can open and be there 5 minutes without seeing something that's sexual. And we, as young people, we're seeing that, we're downloading that in our heads, and that's what runs through our mind because we meditate on that all the time. So yeah, that's...
Paulette has said Netflix.
Yeah.
That's I'm assuming Netflix is targeting
Netflix,
the urban.
like
what about Netflix? Yeah.
Netflix has been, Netflix is let's say they are very liberal, like they air anything. Like nowadays, they have introduced every single thing. Every movie now has to have something that has an LGBT kind of thing going on. Plus the last things that are going on, like that new movie that has been on Netflix. Yes, that is like 50 Shades of Grey, but I think it's even worse because I've done my research, I've looked at what people are saying about it. It's really, really it's a lot of sex, a lot of lust. And that is what people are watching. Because it's the one that is trending, number one. It's called 365 days.
365 days are days of the year.
And today
365 days of
yes.
Julia, you're laughing. They're not days of the year. It's a movie.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a movie. Okay. And today I asked my children, today I asked my Rope's children if they've watched it. And imagine one of them said yes. Yes, they have watched it.
Wow.
Yeah, they're curious. It's in their face. Curious. Yeah.
And how do you guys know this is a number one movie? As in, parents we are clueless. So please break down to us. How do you know this? It's a movie called 365, and it's number one.
Days.
Yeah.
Do you have
take Netflix? That one?
Yeah, I can take that one.
Yes.
So as the more people watch it, the more people watch it, the more it's been suggested to you, the more they give you a ranking based on your country. So in Kenya currently, it's the number one, which means that then you have more accounts or more Netflix users watching it as compared to the other movies. So it's currently ranking number one, and it's scary. It's scary because if our young people are watching this, then that means that then it glorifies the rape, they're taking someone hostage. It glorifies all these things, and then it becomes like a new life, because some of us grew up watching movies where the guy who does the designing, the fashion designing and all that has to be gay. So then we think it's okay for someone to act like that, but then that's not what it is. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that's where the point where Zuzu, you're saying, they're exposed to a lot of sex out of there,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
hence their behavior.
Yeah.
But what about the children in the rural areas where there's no Netflix, or children don't have Netflix account? What is happening?
Music.
Gengeton.
Oh, it was music. The music they are listening to Gengetune.
But tell us
What?
about this music, please. To be honest,
If you-
once again, let me say we are clueless as parents. And if you are out there as a parent and you're clueless, just accept your clueless. Tell us, what about this music? Any
These
examples?
these guys just, yes, there is this song specifically because I happened to listen to it in a matatu, and I don't know, I even wanted to get out of the matatu.
Yeah.
Real.
It was that bad. The song is called Ngwatiology by Benzima.
What is the meaning of that? What does that mean? Jude.
I think it's the act of having sex, because Ngwati definitely in Sheng is sex. Yes, so it's the art of having sex.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, and this song is being sung where? In matatus?
It's all over.
What time?
In matatus, it's all over. In matatus, in town, like a normal matatu when I'm going to town during the day when I'm coming back home. These are the things. These are the mixes that we listen to. A whole gengeton mix. You're there from work, tired, and then you enter a matatu. These are the songs you hear.
Yeah.
So Zuzi, I'm trying to imagine a 16-year-old boy entering that matatu, and he has not seen Netflix. So what happens? What happens to this child's mind the whole day? What happens to this child's mind even by the time they reach home? Or they're going to school if schools are open?
When you're exposed to something, just as a person, you look at something, maybe it's new to you, you don't know what it is, it's the first time seeing it, your curiosity is raised. You're very curious to know, okay, if it's music, what are they saying? If it's a content of dancing, why are they dancing like that? You know, how do they get to that place of dancing like that? And they go to talk about it in their circles, you know. In their circles, they talk about it. Oh, I saw this thing, I saw that thing. They discuss, they digest on what they have seen. But every time they're exposed to those things, they're just downloading them in their mind. Their memory is keeping those things. So there comes a time where they have to talk about those things, maybe in their circles and in their groups where they're comfortable to talk about them. Yeah.
Well, I know we'll discuss about the roles that we have as parents, but I want us to touch more on social media, right?
Wow.
And Judah, you're laughing. I think this question, I'll give it to you. There's Instagram, there's TikTok. On Facebook, I think you guys are the youngest people to be on Facebook. Anyone after 20-year-old and below is not on Facebook. So where are these? Where are they? Where are the teenagers? Judah.
So currently it's more of TikTok, it's more of Instagram, and it's more for everyone wants to get the likes. Currently there's not much love in this world, so we are running after the likes. So it's all about what can I do to get me the likes, and who is looking prettier on Instagram, who is looking flashy on Instagram, who is going where, who is doing what, and then who is dating who. And I learned there was a challenge which was like, take off your clothes or distract your man challenge. And I'm surprised to find out that some young people are in the houses.
Wait,
of the other young people.
Judah.
Yeah. Yes.
We are clueless. There was a challenge that was saying what? Just repeat
So
that
there's a
again.
challenge. So just like guys play video games, and then you want to distract. So your girlfriend or something. So my girlfriend will want to distract me from playing the video game. So in this case, she comes and then strips, and then I stop playing the video game and I go after her. So that was what they were. That's what the challenge I was going around some time back.
That was in TikTok.
So it's just for the ladies. It was just distracting your mind. So for the
Yeah,
that's on TikTok. Yes, for Instagram, what's the name? How much you can show, like just how you're willing. How willing are you to show your body, and that's what trends. So it's pretty.
Well, why has Paulette left? Wow, that's quite interesting. That's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Oh God. What about Instagram? Zuza, there's something you talked about. There was something that was happening on Instagram where young girls were being paid to do what? There's something.
Yeah, like so Instagram for young people is very interesting because some parents are on Instagram. I don't know if you're on Instagram, but most parents I know right now are on Instagram because we are living in a digital world. So parents are catching up, but you don't really know the interface that well. so the kids are very aware of that. So most of the guys, this is what they do. They have two accounts. So they have that account for mom and dad.
Oh.
And then they have another account. People on Instagram have weird names. Even I have a weird, okay, I don't have a weird name. My name it's Kingdom Child on Instagram. It's Kingdom Child on Instagram. But I don't use my government name, that you can easily search me and find me. So
get you. Yeah.
That's one of the things. And then the other thing is Instagram has stories. So stories that stay for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Rather than the post that you post and that stay forever. So what happens is these guys use more of those stories.
The 24-hour stories.
Exactly, because they come and they go. And man, you can be surprised to what they they post, because I follow most of them. I'm like, okay, when I meet them, give me your Instagram handle, and I follow them and their story. I'm able to view their stories because they give me their authentic ones, not the parent one, but then
the authentic one.
Yeah.
So when you're following them, what influence do you have over them when you're following them? Because you follow them.
So for me, following them is just to get to know them. And I know that they can't deny a follow. Everybody's looking for followers on Instagram. So they can't follow. If a person like me, not just to speak highly of myself, but I mean, they look up to me somehow. And and I'm saying to them, I want to follow you. It's a plus for them, So so when they're posting their stories, I'm able to see the songs that they post their stories with. So there are songs you can actually attach a song to your post. And the songs that are there. Do you know Lil Uzi Vert? Do you know Roddy Rich?
Yeah.
No.
So
tell me, these are children who are from Christian parents, church going.
Yeah.
No, really. Who will wake up and they do devotion. They read the Bible.
Yeah. So these are songs. When you listen to the songs, they're like the songs that, because I know them. I get to listen to them, and I want to learn what they're saying in their content. And most of them, they're saying, you know what, screw love. There's no love, heartbreaks, you know. So kids are fed that message. They're like, this is what
Subliminally.
goes in their head.
But
Like they gave
Yeah.
up on
Susie,
love.
I
And they vibe to those songs.
Zuzi,
Yes, Jude.
can I ask you a question, Zuzi?
Yes.
So there's this thing called close friends on Instagram. Are you part of their close friends? Because so much, like, there's so much damage that happens with the close friends click with that green button on the status on the.
Yes.
There's so much which happens with that. So if you're part of the green circle, then you're good to go.
Wait
yeah,
a minute.
because
The green
not
circle.
everyone can
I'm not a
can
close
see
friend
what
on
you
IG.
put.
So
Wait
if
a
I'm
minute.
not a close friend, but
There's
I'm
a
able to
green
do the worst.
button.
Yes,
Yeah.
There's a
where
green
if
button on Instagram.
yes.
Yeah, it's a green circle.
So if I share something that I don't want my mom to see, I just put close friends, and if my mom is not one of them, she will not see.
Yeah.
You will not see it.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
you know, Rose.
That's
Since we're
yes.
talking about Instagram, I just remembered that, you know, there was a time there was something called Nyonga Fest.
Mhm.
Jesus of Nazareth. And, you know, I had teens talking about it and how they used to tune in to this thing where girls were twerking at night
Okay.
for money.
Paulette, you're talking about the teens who are tuning in. Let me repeat. I think I've said this again. Are the children who we bring in church?
Yes. See, Rose, your child has her phone, right?
Yes.
She's
yes.
in her bedroom, or he's in her bed, or he's
Okay,
in his bedroom.
mine don't go with their phones in the bedroom. But I just want
Now
to,
you see,
yeah.
there are those that go with them, and they do not sleep. Technically, they are so active. Teens are very active. They have so much energy. So this teen is going to sleep maybe at 3, at 4. These are the things that are on Instagram. Girls twerking and some weird things that happen at night on these Instagram lives. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. So it is right to say we are present but clueless.
Very
right. Yeah.
Very. Yeah.
So tell me now, let us talk about peer pressure. And I want to bring in peer pressure. I know we've touched, if you've just joined us, we're just touching base on what adolescents and what teenagers are doing in this country, and what is making them very sexualized, and as parents, we've got no idea what is happening. We cannot pretend that we know, we don't know. So there's one thing also, Paulette, maybe I want to talk to you about, to ask you. And this come about peer pressure. And I want you to bring the angle of, there's a video that was going around where a group of, there must have been 14, not older than 16-year-olds, both boys and girls, in a house during the day, having a party. Do I call it a party? What, I don't know what you call it, but it was like a 5 minutes. It was like, yeah, about 5 minutes. Yeah, it's still going on. I don't know if it's still going on, but what is that in terms of peer pressure?
You see, like the way we say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. So this is what it is. Everyone wants to be cool. Everyone wants to do it for the clout. Everyone wants to be on Instagram, you know, because my friends are doing this. Why should I not do it? Why should my mom not say no, and the other mom is agreeing to such things, you see? So they want to be known. They want to be seen doing the same things that their friends are doing, forgetting that this is I think I would say it's identity crisis. It's like a child having an identity crisis where they don't know where their identity is from. And we are told our identity comes from Christ. But then they don't know this. So they want to identify with their friends. They want to identify with the things their friends do. If it's drugs, this is what I will define them for. So I'll be like, you see that child, all I know that child is from having alcohol and things like those, you see? So it's because of the friends that they are hanging around, the people that they're hanging around. Because these people should be, like, if you're a parent, you're supposed to be teaching your child that their identity comes from Christ, not even from you yourself. But then we forget this. Yes, it comes from Christ, not from you, Rose, from Christ. But we don't do that. Generally, we don't do that. So we identify our children with other people's children, with other things. When you're comparing your child to another child, you're still, like, it's an issue. Identity has become an issue. That's why there is peer pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just to add on that.
Yeah.
If I've ever been in a group of friends where I don't smoke, but all my friends smoke weed. Yeah. And I never smoked weed, by the way. I don't know why, but I think it's because of the values I had at home.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but so what happens is peer pressure comes in because these are the people you hang out with, and the stories that they talk about are the ones that make you curious. If they're talking about how weed gets them high and what they see when they're high, people say they see stars, these are some things that you can never see if you haven't.
I didn't see stars, Zuzi, but it's okay.
But yeah. So they want to be part of the conversation. They just don't want to be part of but they want to be part of the stories. They want to be part of the conversation.
They want to belong.
They want to belong. Yeah. Everything. So
they want to be liked.
They end up
want to belong.
The thing so that they also have their own experience and the side of the story.
This is even in terms of social media. That's why they're looking for many likes. And don't you think even as grown-ups, that's what we do? We look for, people have liked ours. So we're actually role modeling what they're actually looking at us and copying us, what Zuzi had started. So I think we've touched base on almost everything. I know there are questions that have come, and we've actually made parents more curious. And we need to promise them that we'll come again maybe next week and talk now, pick a topic and now just discuss it and chambua it. But now I'd like us to go to a second part of the discussion, which is the roles. As young people, maybe I'll start with Zuzi. What do you think the schools are playing in the roles of raising up these teenagers in terms of lockdown is they're not going to school. A few are doing schooling online, but we've seen the rise in teenage pregnancy. We've seen all these things that are happening. Yeah. So does school actually play a serious role when it comes to bringing up children? Your view, Zuzi?
So when it comes to school, first of all, maybe the education system, I think has to upgrade when it comes to these matters of sex and everything. We don't have to teach kids the way, sex, like right now there are so many things like transgender stories, manenos, and all those things, right? I think those things have to be talked about. There's so many sources of information on the internet that talk about those things, and trust me, teens are curious. They want to know, and the information is just on the tip of their fingertips. Like they just go on Google and they Google that. But if education, if teachers are also researching on those things and getting the correct information and incorporating that in how they teach their kids, the students, I think that would be helpful, because I believe when they get it from a person that they trust and they're able to see, they're able to go back and ask questions, someone who cares about their future really, instead of the internet that doesn't even know you're reading that thing. I think that would be helpful. Yeah.
I think we need also in schools to be real.
Yeah.
Things are happening. Children are being exposed. Yeah. So
We can't
They need
hide.
to be the reference points, the teachers in school. We can't hide anymore. We can't hide
Can't hide.
anymore.
Yeah.
What about churches, Judah? Do they have any role to play? Churches.
Yes.
Why you-
I mean, I believe. Yeah, I strongly believe churches have a big role to play in shaping the community, shaping the schools, shaping. First of all, it starts with the parents. For me, I believe the churches have a big role to play. If the churches figure out what discipleship really is, not being a tool, not being a program which they run, but being a lifestyle whereby Christianity is not coming to church, but it's your everyday life, then parents get to transfer that same thing into their children, and then it's easier. Because this is a case whereby I feel like parents are not being discipled, so they don't even know how to have real conversations with their teens and with their young ones. So once the church figures out what discipleship really is, even also for youth pastors like myself and many others out there, if we can have real conversations with the young ones, like, yo, sex is this. Sex is not when birds meet and then something happens and then they produce another bird. No. It's like, tell them exactly what it is, because at the end of the day, it's either someone who has experienced it, one of their friends who have experienced it tells them, and they will also be curious, and because the person will say, oh, it's so nice, go and try it, or they hear it from you and you can give them the reasons why they should not try it at this time. So for me, I feel like discipleship will solve everything.
What I'm hearing from you, Judah, is we need to bring discipleship back home.
Yes.
Yeah. Parents need to start doing discipleship. We should not leave church to work on your children.
Yeah.
Because the product starts at home. Yeah. Then there's school, there's church. It's the same product.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? So discipleship need to start home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paulette, what about society? When I'm talking about society, I'm trying to imagine if that house, that party was in any other house party that is around, and you're seeing 16, 15-year-olds having that kind of a party, the neighbor or somebody would have come and knocked the door and chased those children away.
Yeah.
When we grew up, those many years ago, I mean, village, we grew up, the child belongs to the village.
Yeah.
There's that term. And when you bring in society, bring in plus the leaders.
I think
especially when young boys are stealing a phone and they're being paid 1,000 for that phone.
Imagine.
So that is all encompassed. Yeah. Yeah. So what is your take?
I think now, first of all, the thing for you, Rose, you're the child for the society. You're the child for Sijui everyone.
Yeah.
Nowadays, there is nothing like that. Me, you hit my child, I will come for you. Why did you hit my child? Why did you do this to my child? Like, it stopped. Like, my child is now my child, not your child. That is a sad thing. Because I cannot imagine being, let me say, as a woman, being a woman and seeing children. Considering that I might want children in the future, I already have my own, and seeing children doing wrong things and I will not correct them. It is so sad. It is so sad because I feel like that's just being selfish. Because I don't get, so you see someone else's child fall without you just doing anything about it. It's really sad. As in, parents need to come together. Parents, the society needs to come together for there to be a difference. Because, you cannot, the way we are told, you cannot raise a child alone. You need help. Generally, you need help, Rose. Even you needed help at that time.
Oh, yeah. I still need to help.
Yes, you needed the society. That if let's say your child comes to church and I see them doing something wrong, I'll be like, no, I need to talk to Rose's child and say this and this and this and this and this. So we need to come together as a society. We cannot leave it to the parents alone. Because they haven't figured it all. They don't have it all together. But if we come together as a society, it will be good. It will be great. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe just
even leaders.
add on that. Mm.
Yeah.
I think to finish up, the leaders, you see the way leaders are here telling us, Sijui, there are 4,000 cases. What are you doing about it? Really, what are you doing about it as leaders? As in, like, you're just giving us the people who are pregnant. Yes, fine. There are 4,000 pregnancies. There are guys who are stealing. Because I'm so sure maybe that that video that you posted, Rose, of that young boy stealing, maybe he didn't even have anything to eat or something of the sort. Yeah. So he's there, he's fending for himself because he doesn't have a job. And there is nothing much that you can do. I saw one, actually, Rose, I saw one of a child, a parent they were on TV. The child just left like 5 minutes and then he was shot down for stealing. 5 minutes. Your son has left the house 5 minutes ago. And then you're called outside, he's been shot dead because of stealing. As in, tough times, by the way. So the values we instill in our children, and that one for living at a parent. By the way, children are for the society. We need to come together.
Yeah,
we need to come together.
Zuze, you're saying something. We need to come together. The village needs to come back.
I just wanted to emphasize that now we're living in a global village. Back then we were living in our villages, you know, everybody was in our village, and the sources of information were minimal, you know. Families were together in one community. The things that you knew as a child were limited. But now, parents are even surprised. Where did you get that? Like they ask their children. I believe you have asked your children before, like, where did you learn that? You know?
I know.
Yeah, because I mean, we're living in a global village. You know,
there is online community.
Yeah, like life in America, the same life that is in America, I can live it here without going there. You know, like the culture that is there. Like right now, there's popular culture, pop culture. You know, that is influenced.
Pop culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever they're doing in America is what we're doing here. Even the stealing, the jacking of cars. You know, that happens in the States, but it's because of the information that they get. You know how to do those things. Yeah.
Wow. So I think our key audience is the parents.
Yeah.
So what is the role? I know we talk about discipleship, yeah, but what roles do you think as young people, parents, should play? Yeah. And especially the boys, maybe Jude and Zuze, and today being Father's Day, maybe you need to just tell us, yeah.
Happy Father's Day.
Because we have like 15 minutes then to the hour. Yeah.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and I strongly believe you spare the rod, you spoil the child. We all at some point had some level of foolishness in our hearts. So if your child is 16 years and you feel like the state does not permit you to beat your child up, fine, cool, just fix this. And then just tell your child, like, as a father, just tell your child, you know what, if you feel you're a man, just true.
You can't discipline, you can't punish when in anger. If you punish a child with anger, you injure. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
But that's after talking doesn't work. So I believe strongly. So my dad never beats me up. My mom was the one doing the beating, and my dad was the one doing the talking. And then after my mom beats me up, my dad comes and was like, you know why she caned you, right? And I'm like, no. He's like, because she loves you. I'm like, is that what you call love? Yeah. But then he lets me understand why not to do it. And I feel like that's the most important thing. Letting your child know why is very, very key. Yes. It's something they will carry for the rest of their lives because they know why. Yes.
I'll explain to them why they're doing it. Yeah. And Zuze?
All right. Me just to add on what Jude is saying. I believe I'm not a parenting guru, but from the sources that I've gotten, I've learned that parenting has stages, and there's a time where you have to treat me like a baby, give me whatever I want. If I cry, give me something, so I stop crying. And then there's a stage where you're like, okay, if I cry, you leave me, and teach me that things don't come easy in this world, even if you cry, sometimes they don't come. And then there's a place for teenagehood. I believe it's a space of guidance. You have to be a guide to that child of yours, and you have to be real. One of the things that I find it very difficult when it comes to parents, probably maybe African parents, with my experience, is that the easiest way to teach me is by sharing your story and be authentic. Yes, I look up to you as a dad, but I know you're not perfect. I know you had your own struggles when you were young. Tell me about those struggles, tell me what happened. I want to hear it from you, so that when I look at you, I'm like, you're my father, you went through these things and this is what happened. And I'm able to be conscious of what happened to you, and make my own decisions as I'm going. But if you keep on telling me, don't do this, don't do that without a reason, as Judah is saying, it becomes difficult for me to understand. Henceforth, I'll go to other people, and those ones are the ones that understand me, like my friends or some other big guys over there. They understand me. They say, you know what, this is what we do, and they walk with me. They actually become guides instead of my dad being a guide. So I feel like if dads, most of them, were authentic, being authentic doesn't show your weakness. It doesn't show that you're weak. You're showing your weakness doesn't show that you're weak. It shows how strong you are. And the parent and the teen can learn from that. The teen can.
Wow.
So my request is to all parents: be real with your stories. Share your stories. And then they can make decisions on their own as they go. Because that point, you're a guide. You can't tell the teen not to do this, and they have access anyway. They will do it behind your back.
Can I add something? And
yes, maybe you're closing. You call it closing. Yeah, because you have 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, so parents create an open door policy where a child can come and tell you anything at all, because most of the time you're really scared. You're rather scared of your parents than telling them, yo, I have a problem. Can you please help me solve it? So most of the time we tend to hide things from our parents simply because we are scared of them. But if there's an open door policy where we can just walk in and tell them whatever is troubling us, or somebody told us to smoke and we've tried one puff, and we can now discuss it and then know the way out of it. So yes.
Paulette, what do you think about parenting? What does parent rules? Paulette?
I think okay. So you've asked Rose about girls. Sorry, I didn't hear what you've asked.
Yeah. What is the rule?
And my internet.
Your internet.
Okay. My internet is just, but it's okay. So I think for me, first of all, I think I will talk about fathers and girls. I don't know. I wouldn't really know as much as someone who's, because I've not had a present father in my life, but I've had my uncles who never made me feel like I don't have that present father. And it's amazing because they're the ones who told me, I love you, I am proud of you, you're doing great. Even when you get that B and you were supposed to get an A, or you are aiming for an A, they're like, I am proud of you, you'll get it next time. Even when you wanted a B and maybe you get as in like you are from a B to a C, they'll say, I'm still proud of you, I know you gave it your best, and I know you'll get it next time. So affirmation is very important. Affirm your children. Tell them you love them. Tell them you are proud of them. Tell them it's going to be okay. Especially in these COVID times, when we're starting, their kids were still scared. You see mom and dad go out, you're not so sure if they're gonna come back or you're gonna hear them in quarantine or something of the sort. So just telling them it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And yes, as in that affirmation is so important because it's a value. It's a value that you're instilling in them. So even in the future, they're gonna affirm their children. They learned it from their parents. So even values are very important. Having those values that you teach your children and affirming them each and every day. Yes.
Thank you so much. But all of us four, Judah, Zuze, Paulette, and myself, work a lot with the teenagers. We work a lot with young adults, with adolescents. And what I can pick up from discussions and what I know is that children, whatever age they are, they're waiting for an affirmation from any source. If as a parent, you don't affirm them, show them values, give them a good foundation, they'll get it from somewhere. They'll definitely get it from somewhere. Because we are emotional beings and we all want to be loved and we all want to be noticed. So as a parent, if you're too harsh, they'll close up. They'll close up and they won't tell you their issues, their challenges. And as a parent, and as parents, if also you start sharing your adult issue with your child, they'll also close up. If you're your spouse there and you're fighting in front of your children, they'll close up. So it's very important to, and as Judah said, to be disciples. As Paulette says, to affirm. As Zuze said, is to share your stories to the level of their age. Share your stories. If you had issues with alcohol and now you stopped, tell that son, you know what? I used to drink and drinking did this to me. And the reason why I stopped is because of this. Do not see your son taking a glass of whiskey and you start shouting at them. Because you believe your failures will be his failure. But if you don't tell them, share the stories to them, that's the failing you're going to do. Let's now talking. I feel like, personal feel, even as I do therapy with families, I feel like COVID has brought a lot of cracks in family, and we are seeing it. Cracks are coming because people are enclosed, people are on lockdown. We don't have the money. We have money is not coming as it used to be. Some people's salaries have been reduced. We are seeing each other every day. We cannot move out from other people's spaces. So cracks are coming out. So what to do with this crack is now sit back and now understand who you are, number one, as a parent. If you have any challenges as a parent, is you need to become calm. We look for a counselor around or come and sit down. We have some counseling with you and let's sit and talk about the challenges. But what I know is you're the steward of that child. You are in charge of your child. No one else is. At the end of the day, society is to blame. Everything is to blame. But also, let me put it this way: once a child is out there, they also need to make a decision. Am I not? They need to make a decision. But the decision will be based on the values and the foundations you gave them vis-a-vis the values and the foundation of the world. So do I watch porn or do I not? Do I go for this party or do I not? What do you think my dad will feel? Then what do you think what did my teacher say? Because I have a relationship with them. What did my pastor say? Because I have a relationship with them. So let's create and have an attachment, a relationship with our children. I think it's time. We have 3 more minutes. Parting shots. For Judah, any parting shot?
For me, I'll say the more reason why you see problems is because now you get to see them. So let's all use this opportunity to help each other, or for the parents. I'm not a parent yet. so that then you guys can help each other on how to solve these issues, so that then when things go back to normal, things don't happen or grow and you're not aware of it. So yes, so let us all be aware and let's solve this. Yeah.
Zuze?
Update. That's all I can say to the parents. Sounds, but I mean, update, because that, as you're saying, that child, you are a steward to that child, and they're first in your house before they go out there. So if you don't know what is out there, what they're going to face out there, you will not be able to guide them on how they're going to maneuver, and someone else will. So be interested in knowing what's happening. Don't just say I've lived, and my time we were listening to Bob Marley, and now we can't listen to this trap music. What is this trap music all about? That's trash. Don't dismiss those things. Listen to them.
Yeah.
That's what they're listening to. Yeah.
Like that. Listen to them. Yeah. Paulette?
I think for me is lend a helping hand to the other parents, as in as parents, just lend a helping hand to each other. Come together, because I feel like this is not, with the community, it's not something that you can do it by yourself. Come together. I was also raised in a community. My aunties can pinch me even right now. So let it be like that I am scared of my neighbor seeing me doing something wrong, because I know I'll be in trouble. So yeah, let's come together as a community to help each other out.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much. Before we log off, we just wanted to tell the programs that we do in intentional parenting, apart from counseling and mentorship and coaching. We also have 5 weeks program for girls. The boys program is coming. I'm waiting for Zuze and Judah to come up with something. We have 5 weeks for girls that we mentor, and nowadays we're doing it online through Zoom. We're already having about 3 groups of girls that will be graduating. We've been going on and it's been very successful. We also do one-on-one counseling online now that with the COVID. But if there any issue, any 4 of us can help with yourself or with your child, just hit us on our pages and we'll be glad to help. So I think it's a wrap. Till next time. Yeah, if you want us to come back, tell us on our pages. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.